Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Good. How you doing today?
Good.
Good. Did
So
you
we're
day?
going to talk about the big day that is tomorrow.
Yeah. Boy, do I have some stories. I don't know if I really want to get into them, share them, but yeah, I think I should because I think it could be. There's a lot of people right now, and I've talked to two agents in the last 24 hours about new build properties. One I've researched, one I haven't because I just came onto it this morning. And I told her the story that happened where I won't go into the details of the property, but we gave a really good offer on this property that the previous owner bought at the peak in 2022 for X amount of dollars. Never get that today, not even close in my mind, based on what the market is, et cetera. As the conversation goes along with the agent, my client kind of, is thinking that Wednesday is going to really bring out a lot more people to start purchasing properties because they might see the bank rates drop, in which right now there's a 51% chance that the Bank of Canada is going to do it. So we kind of asked to have more time to deal with the offer because we, want to get as much as we can. That part I understand, but if we're seeing the inventory numbers the way they are today and we're seeing transactions down, do you think a 25 basis point is going to drive the market higher and higher? It's not. It's
We
just
need a few, we need a few drops.
we need a few drops. It will help the sentiment, I believe. That I do believe it will
Yeah, but
help.
I had a client too. I told you where we got an offer and she goes, I don't know if we should take this number because I think when interest rates start dropping, the prices are going to go up. So I had the same thing.
100%. But we're not seeing, we've seen May pick up a bit, which is kind of good. But if some of these people think that it's going to drive the market and they're going to get what they paid for in 2022, I hate to tell you, you're not getting it.
No.
Market's not
I'll
there.
share the article with you about,
There's some good points in that article we should
yeah,
cover off. There's
yeah.
really some points. There's a lot of product available right now, not just Barrie market, across Simcoe County, North York, and Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're all experiencing this increase in listings.
Well, and it also says, so here, with almost all major measures of inflation now tucked just below 3%, short-term trends are even softer, and the jobless rate above 6% and rising, the domestic case for rate cuts is strong,
Yeah, I agree.
said a recent note from Bank of Montreal chief economist Douglas Porter. The banks want this cut,
Yes, they do.
right?
Oh, they do. They do, right? There's a lot of people still suffering paying there's a lot of people still in those variable rate products that it'd be nice to get some relief, right? For
Yeah.
them. Anyone getting into the market today, I know, again, don't take this as financial advice. I would be writing the variable product because eventually we see things slowing down a lot quicker than we do in the US. And this article talks about that a lot. You
Yeah,
know,
they said the US economy is doing okay, but like
yeah,
better, but they do say that the housing activity fell sharply, but the rest of the economy is doing okay.
yeah, yeah, it is, right? Stronger down there. But we're seeing the prices right now very flat to last year's prices, some down in some categories. So,
Mhm.
and then, we, as this article goes along, it goes into, I think, 25, 26, where we talk about, here we go, here's the chart here, like 31% chance, now it's a 51% chance that the Bank of Canada will drop in June, 33% chance it will drop 50% in September, right? And 70.
Mhm.
So we see by, a full, not, so in the next year, we might as well say, we'll
A
see some
full point, maybe.
right, 50% drop, maybe. So now we might be down 2% more in a full year, possibly. If we continue to see inflation come down, and we're seeing it a bit in the oil, we're seeing the gas prices. I'm seeing it today at one gas station 152, pretty decent. We keep seeing some relief in inflation more, and the unemployment, that's at 6%. What's it going to be like in September? There's going to be some job losses throughout the summer. A lot of the summer part-time help is gone. Summer positions, seasonal work is, will be winding down. So when we see a 2%, when we see, like they said, let's say a 2% drop over the next year, yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of activity in the housing market.
Yeah, and they do say that regardless of what happens, interest rate cuts are gonna happen.
Oh, they're gonna happen. Yes, they're gonna
They're not
happen.
gonna keep going up. Like I've had some comments on our channel saying that, oh, they're gonna keep going up.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I know.
They're
And
not going.
the other thing that I told you I talked to my mortgage Rob, remember he did one of our videos?
Yeah,
He said the bank that most mortgage companies have already lowered the fixed rate,
yeah,
which you know what that tells you though.
yeah. Well,
They
yeah,
think it's coming. They think it's coming. I need to grab Gracie something. That's what he said.
we do, but also that fixed mortgage product's tied to bond rates, and I'm seeing some bond rates drop. And I'll pull up my phone now. I'm more watching the US, but they've been teetering quite a bit. See, the bond yields have dropped quite a bit in the last couple of days. So you're going to see that, right? So is
Well,
there
because the indication is that they're going to lower rates. We'll see tomorrow what happens, but
tomorrow? I'll be
yeah.
surprised if they do. I mean, I'm optimistic that they're going to, but I won't be surprised if they don't, or if they want more time. I don't know. I hope they do. I think it would change the sentiment in the marketplace for home buyers, but it's not going to make home buyers run in. So my client did a quick calculation on a 25 basis point rate drop in a variable product. I didn't ask the amount, but it was probably, let's just call it, I think he said it was in the sevens. It was $75 or $80 a month. Big deal. Let's be honest. Let's call it big deal. That's not much.
It's not going to do enough. No.
Not doing enough. So I'm trying to wrap my head around because, why some agents or why some sellers thinking that it's going to.
Well, I think what they think is that the buyers, as soon as they see it starting to come back down, there's buyers sitting on the sidelines, right? And they are, and I know they are because I know some of them.
Sure they are.
They're sitting on the sidelines. So once it starts going on a downward trend, I think the theory is that people are going to come back and they want to get in before everybody comes back and it gets stupid.
Right, right. And so you think about it over the next 12 months or year and a half, if we're down 2%, we know what's going to happen. The herd's going to come even fuller, right?
And when are they going to exactly do it?
Right.
It's like trying to time it,
It's hard. It's hard. Some want to buy now, and there's a lot of properties out there that were bought in the peak. And now these sellers, for whatever reason, maybe they were probably speculating that it was going to continue this climb in prices and demand, and it did the opposite thing. It came down. A lot of them are underwater. A lot of them are having a lot of hard times, I believe, and rightly so. I get it. No one likes losing on an asset. I'm no different, but the market really doesn't care, right? They're not going to care that they're going to give you what the market's going to give you today.
Yeah, but if I can afford to hold it for
I agree.
6 months or a year, should I hold it?
I agree. Then it's going to change, and that's the chance that they're going to take, right? I would say, yeah, if this is your bottom line price and we don't see a market for it, hold it till next year. I wouldn't even rent it out. I just hold it. I just sit on it.
That's what I would do if I could afford it.
Right. Right. If you can afford to do that, do that. But I'm telling you, I've had a hard week of negotiations on newer build that they paid the moon for. Wow. So it's been tough. So we'll see. We're gonna look at some more and see what happens. But inventory's climbing out there. So, and we're in June now, right? What happens in July? Well, we know what happens in July. Summertime kicks in full swing.
July and August dies.
Right? So this inventory better get scooped up because 22% transactions over last year, same time. What's that?
Last year was the worst year in sales for 25 years. So
Right. So, it's going to be this is going to be an interesting year to navigate. but we know lights at the end of the tunnel, I think, when we see some, rate decreases, and that's where I think the sentiment will change, but I don't think it's gonna make people jump up and down and go buy tomorrow.
I don't either.
All right, any information? Give it a like, give it a share. We'd love to hear your comments on this, because we have been getting a lot of comments saying, oh, the rate's gonna go up. What are you saying? What are you saying? Look at the facts, they're not going to go up, but hey, we welcome comments. Say what you gotta say and give it a like, give it a share, and follow for more information.
Perfect.
Good day.
You too.